Good morning, students. I think the last week is very interesting because we have our unit test and everybody enjoyed the digital form of our unit test. Now we are proceed to our again syllabus and completing our lesson number 4, current, electricity and magnetism. Now come to our point, dry cell. Look at the picture here. The picture of dry cell is given. The dry cells are used in our radio sets, wall clocks and torches. These are available in 3-4 sizes, not a 34, 3-4 sizes. Now try to understand the construction of a dry cell. Take a lead dry cell and remove its outer coating. If you take a dry cell in your, everyone know the dry cell which are used in torches, your clocks. When you take it and remove its outer coating, inside you will find a whitish metal layer. This is zinc metal layer. This is the negative terminal of the cell. Now carefully break open this layer. There is another layer inside. An electrolyte is filled between these two layers. The electrolyte contains negatively charged and positively charged. Look at in the diagram also. Charge ions, these are the carrier of electricity. The electrolyte is a wet pulp of zinc chloride and ammonium chloride. There is a graphite rod at the center. When you look at, there is a graphite rod at the center of the cell. This is the positive terminal. Their upper end written the positive terminal, and the positive of the cell. A paste of manganese dioxide is filled outside the rod. The dark blue color paste is spread, that is paste is the manganese dioxide because of the chemical reaction. Now what happened, the chemical reaction is happening there between this manganese dioxide and the zinc cover and carbon electrode. The electrical charge is produced on two terminal, graphite rod and the zinc layer, and an electric current flows in the circuit. What happened? Due to the wet pulp used in the cell, the chemical reaction proceeds very slowly. Hence, a large electrical current cannot be obtained from this. Compared to electric cell using liquid, the shelf life of dry cell is longer. You see that when you put a dry cell in your torch, in your clock, it's take a very long time to spoil, about 1 year or more than that. That means that its shelf life of dry cell is longer. Dry cells are very convenient to use as this can be held in any direction with respect to ground and can be used in mobile instruments. Mobile instrument मतलब कोई भी हम लोग उसमें हिलाएंगे, कुछ भी होगा, nothing is happened to it. It's a very safe to use the dry cell, and they have a shelf life of dry cell is longer. Now the next cell is that a lead acid cell. Look at in the diagram, there is a diagram of lead acid cell, and in the next slide there is a construction of this lead acid cell. The figure depicts the design of lead acid cell. When you find out that there is a two rods of, one is a red rod is of lead oxide dioxide, another rod, bluish rod, is having a only lead. It is a negative terminal, and the lead dioxide is a positive terminal. When we are place it into the glass tub of filled with the H2SO4 solution. This H2SO4 solution is acts as the electrolyte, and these are two rods having a positive, negative, and a potential difference of 2 volts. Because of the chemical reaction between the substrate in the cell, electric charge is produced on the both the electrodes, and the electric current flows through this load in the circuit. This kind of cells have capacity to deliver large current. Hence, lead acid cells are used in cars, trucks, motorcycles, uninterrupted power supply UPS. Just like this, car truck there is a batteries में इस तरह के lead acid cells रहते हैं. उनमें एसिड्स रहता है, ट्रक्स में भी, कार में भी, मोटरसाइकिल्स में भी छोटी बैटरी रहती है, उनमें ये इस तरह से सेल्स यूज होते हैं बिकॉज दे हैव अ कैपेसिटी टू डिलीवर लार्ज करंट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट सेल इज अ निकल कैडमियम सेल. This nickel cadmium cell, variety of gadgets are available which are required to be carried to different places. Such gadgets use nickel cadmium cell. The cell deliver only 1.2 volt potential difference and are rechargeable, just like that in your toys. There is a rechargeable. Some batteries also, yeah, torches are also rechargeable nickel cadmium cell used in that. But now what is the electrical circuit? The most important point is that what is the electrical circuit? We try to explain it with the diagram. Look at in the diagram, there is a 4.4a and 4.b. This cell holder diagram you can find in your clock, in your remote of your set-top box, remote of your TV, yes, AC. There is such like of a cell holder. In the cell holder we can put a cell. The spring indicate the indicate the negative terminal, and the opposite of it the positive terminal. When you look out in the diagram, you find out that the alternate spring and the dot structure is there. Negative positive structure is there. Then what is the electrical cell? When a cell holder, an electric bulb and a plug key are connected by connecting wire as shown in the figure B, and a dry cell is fitted. When you look at in the figure, you find out that the cell, plug key, electric bulb are connected in the circuit, and a dry cell is fitted in the holder. Then the bulb lights up by closing the plug key. हम जब भी प्लग को क्लोज करते हैं, बटन दबाते हैं, तो क्या होता है, करंट पास होता है एंड द बल्ब लाइट्स अप. ऑन द रिमूवल ऑफ द सेल, द इलेक्ट्रिक करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू द सर्किट स्टॉप. जब हम सेल को रिमूव कर देंगे तो हमारा करंट स्टॉप हो जाएगा. दिस टाइप ऑफ कनेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपोनेंट इज कॉल्ड एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट. अ सर्किट वाज शोन इन द फिगर 4.4 एंड इट इज इंडिकेटेड बाय द डायग्राम. दिखाया मैंने तुम्हें, प्लस एक वर्टिकल लाइन है, जो बिग वर्टिकल लाइन इज पॉजिटिव एंड द स्मॉल वर्टिकल लाइन इज द नेगेटिव. दैट वाज द सिंबल ऑफ द सेल. In the next lecture, we are discuss about the connected cells and how the simple activities of the cells. Till goodbye, students. Bye bye.